the champion?
Yeah, he was the TV champion.
I never knew Rick Steiner was the television champion. I never knew that Saturn fought him for the television title. I didn't know a lot of things about Rick Steiner, but what I did know is that I don't like watching his matches, and that pretty much stayed true tonight. I was absolutely miserable the entire time it was on.
I like Rick Steiner enough.
I
can't just flip something over. I like this match a lot. I think that Rick Steiner hit Perry Saturn very hard, and that's all it takes for me.
They were probably both stiff.
They're probably just very angry with each other for existing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Rick Steiner, strangely, at the end of WCW, didn't wear the headgear anymore, which is an oddity to see. You agree?
I agree. Wait, now, have we had any more dead wrestlers?
No more dead wrestlers.
Rick Steiner is not an interesting wrestler to watch.
I like Rick Steiner a lot.
I don't like Rick Steiner.
He looks like
you don't.
He would legitimately injure me if I were to try to kiss him or something.
So I think anyone would have, including Lenny Lane, who actually, while he did play a homosexual character in numerous federations, apparently that was what he was really good at. Apparently is married to his wife, who has a very foreign-sounding name.
Yeah.
I don't understand what it is at all. So I think even he would try to hit you, John.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not a very attractive man. To finish this match, Rick Steiner beat Perry Saturn, the top rope bulldog. Was Rick Steiner the TV champion?
Yes.
So he regained the title.
Going in, he retained it.
And another 100% survival rate.
As far as we know.
Awesome.
Though Saturn doesn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, but Saturn apparently just disappeared. I think he might be dead.
While we're on this note, does anyone know if Perry Saturn is alive?
I have no idea. No. I don't think anybody knows.
No.
So that's a no?
No one knows.
I thought he was alive but paralyzed, but then again, everyone's paralyzed nowadays.
Luger was paralyzed, but
no one knows.
Circuit.
Raven.
Make a definitive statement on his status.
Definitive. This is fact.
No, as far as we know.
7 years ago, in a shoot interview, Raven said Saturn was his best friend and was in contact with him off and on, pretty regularly on the phone and whatnot, but no one as of right now knows where Perry Saturn is.
So if you're watching this, Perry Saturn, we all love you. This goes out to you.
Do us a video response. We know you're at home right now with probably nothing to do.
So we got, that was fifth match, Berlin versus Jim Duggan.
Oh, Lord.
Comments, because this is awesome.
This match was awful. It was pointless. I didn't see any of it, actually.
I watched
except the ending, and I knew it was awful.
I don't think that really qualifies you to make a statement on the match if he didn't even watch the match.
Yeah.
How can you make a statement on something you didn't even watch?
The match.
Though then again, I think the movie Avatar sucks, and I've never seen it. So.
Well, Avatar is. We are in agreement. A great movie.
It's blue, people. I don't think that's very good, but that's just me.
I've probably seen this match like 3 times in my entire life. And every time I watch it, I get so very excited to know that Jim Duggan at some point just stops.
Jim Duggan.
Now, hold on. Let's elaborate on what you're talking about. Let's elaborate on what you say about Jim Duggan just not participating in the match anymore.
I'll let you describe it. At one point, everything looks to be fine, and then Jim Duggan just, as I said, just stops. I mean, it's like Berlin is everybody's having fun, and then Jim Duggan gets dead serious real quick.
I don't know what Alex Wright Berlin was trying to do.
Hey, do not mention Alex Wright. WCW won't mention him when he's Berlin, so don't even.
Don't know what he was trying to do. Looked like gonna do a sunset flip. Duggan just sat there, just didn't let him do anything. It just
Duggan was awesome.
Then they looked like they were doing like a amateur style, like the go behind and then the sit out, like it was an actual real match for like 2 seconds. I don't know.
Well, no, see, now what I'm curious about is I'm thinking, how we always, a lot of times we'll discuss what happens if a wrestler has to go to the bathroom during a wrestling match. I'm wondering if maybe that's what had to happen. He's trying to fight it. He doesn't want to go all over himself, and he's just saying, look, Berlin, I'm going to be really stiff for a little bit so I don't fill my pants.
Yeah. Which is legitimate.
Legitimate. I mean, at his age, that could very well have happened, and I'm just wondering if maybe that's an example. We're always curious to know what happens if wrestlers go to the bathroom during a match. Maybe this is it. Maybe we got our
This
answer.
is we probably should have reviewed this match in German, but this is probably my favorite match on the whole show. Just for the simple fact that Jim Duggan, I like that
nice
a lot. I wish that
opinions.
all of a sudden Dave Bautista would just stop. Like he's like wrestling.
Dave Bautista stopped years ago.
Like he's just like wrestling. I don't know who he's wrestling. Just name somebody random. John Morrison. He's wrestling John
I
Morrison.
thought he had to name somebody
And
random.
he's
You're
doing-
naming the guy?
And John Morrison's doing some kind of kicky thing, and Dave Batista just destroys. His face just goes like this, and it's over. Right?
The face itself?
He's beating up. He's pulling people out of the crowd. He's pulling the sun out of the sky. If only every wrestling match it could be that way, I would be very happy.
Hold on.
There's only one.
My favorite part of Duggan and Berlin was probably at the end when, I don't know the storyline, but Buff Bagwell came out to the ring to give Duggan a hug or something. I don't know, but Duggan just shoves him away as if he missed his child's soccer game or something, and then it just goes off. So Bagwell's on camera for like 40 seconds, and it just goes off.
And I don't know, like the storyline of the match is that Buff Bagwell was supposed to wrestle Berlin, but he got replaced by Jim Duggan. They never explained what happened to Buff Bagwell.
I think they said he missed his flight.
I know, and he shows up and he's like, "I'm late. What's happening? Where's the match?" And then he runs to the ring and hugs Jim Duggan for whatever reason.
And they give a brief spot to who in WCW in the back, work with Buff Bagwell.
Oh, Mike Graham. Yes.
What was he at the time? Do you know?
What was he? He was a road agent for them at the time.
Okay. Very nice.
Very nice.
Next match.
Number 6, tag title match: Harlem Heat versus the West Texas Rednecks.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'll hold on this one because I know you have a lot to say.
And
Yes.
actually, in the last match, nobody died. Harlem Heat, West Texas Rednecks. That were West Texas Rednecks were
Barry and Kendall Wyndham.
Barry and Kendall.
And Kurt Hennig.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus
well.
Christ. You're the most important person in that team.
Oh, wait, well, he's not in the match.
Now
He's
wait,
managing.
who did you say last?
Kurt Hennig.
Okay. I thought you said Henning, and I was
Right.
going to correct you.
I probably did.
I always say Henning because I don't really care.
Hennig.
I always thought the end was there.
Yeah, for a long
In one of
time.
the video games.
Well, there are
the game-
two, but just not at the
It's
end.
not in the right order.
Well, you know what I'm. Shut up.
And this is for the tag team titles.
Now, who are the champions going into
The
this?
champions
Wyndhams.
were the Wyndhams.
Wyndhams. They
Were
were
the
going into
West Texas
Rednecks.
They weren't the
Rednecks.
Wyndhams at the time. I understand you want to hold them to the past, but that's just they're not.
What was their name?
I
And
understand.
Harlem Heat.
This.
Barry
versus
and Kendall Wyndham.
Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat.
Harlem
Booker
Heat,
T and Stevie Ray.
They had no
Before
individual
this
names,
show-
John. They were just Harlem
It
Heat.
was Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Oh, thank you.
Before this, they had broken up, right?
Correct.
They had broken up.
And in the previous year, Stevie Ray was in the
In
WWF.
WO, and then they broke up. Then they got together briefly, and then broke up again when
Which
Stevie Ray brought in Big T
oh, that's right.
and,
Big T,
and
yeah.
sold Booker T's T off of his name. So it was just Booker, and he sold his theme music and his pyro somehow.
Did I
these
sleep
things.
through every episode
Seriously,
of Nitro for
this
like
is what
a
happened.
year?
Apparently, fire and music have some kind of monetary value, and people really want them.
I'm pretty sure Booker T lost his T to Big T.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
was it just called Big before?
Was that Ahmed Johnson?
Maybe,
It was
yeah.
Ahmed
Yeah,
Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson.
It was
I
a
loved
very
Ahmed.
overweight, out of shape Ahmed Johnson.
I loved Ahmed Johnson. I remember growing up, I used to look at Ahmed Johnson and say, wow, I want to be just like him one day. I want to be a large black man wearing red tights and just doing awesome moves to people in spacesuits and helmets and just wrestling with the Ultimate Warrior. That was a goal of mine. And I never got there, but
It was briefly a
Maybe one
member.
day.
And actually, at one pay-per-view, I've seen it, Booker T comes out to the ring to the, like, Pop Goes the Weasel
It
theme
was
music.
the Leave It to Beaver theme.
Leave It to Beaver because he didn't have theme music or pyro. He was just Booker, and it was the Leave It to Beaver theme, I guess.
And at that time, he had Midnight with him.